He'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down now. Hargrove, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Murray back near his goal line. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Young. After one, 7-3 the score. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Hargrove, and only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Let's go on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And for back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Shotgun now for Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Kemp, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Just a full play drive that time, and it's finished pushed off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Let's go on the extra point. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll keep it on the ground. Hargrove, and this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, oh, and he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Murray to air it out again. He finds his man. Complete. It's Warner. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off. Yeah, he's got a man. Complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Field. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And the round is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the... And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half, you know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. What's good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Murray now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Young. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Young. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hargrove. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Hargrove. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and they will remain well behind.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Simmons. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw is Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Let's go on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And why do you go out and trade?
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and you're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Murray going to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. To try again after the sack. Murray, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
But it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lots of look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. A long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out come the Bucs now.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think.
And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for Bengals TV.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this run of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Murray. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past.
If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Out to his left, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of it.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Now back to throw.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 25 because we have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Without a doubt, head coach. He wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one broke